Hi, I am Milan. We are four members in the group. Now I will give you introduction of my topic. A business entity operates in order to make profit by selling various products and services to its customer. A business entity, either a financial or a non-financial, has to get listed on a stock exchange if it want to expand its size and increase the volume and scale. The report has been written in the context of a listing of the various firms on an Australian stock exchange. The report has been divided into three parts. The first part focuses on the research regarding ASX on the basis of which the comparison between four financial institutions has been made along with the key financial management techniques. The second part of the report explains the various rules and regulations which are necessary to be followed by companies in Australia to get listed on a. Lastly, the report provides a comprehensive sensitivity analysis covering appraisal technique. The technique of net present value has been used in this case. The report is formally concluded with the detailed conclusion summing up the key of the learning of the finding. The following section addresses the research and fact finding regarding the Australian financial market.
Hello, my name is Prisa Patel and today I discuss with only three topics with you. My first topic is AMP Limited. The Australian Mutual Provident Society was formed in 1849. It was established in non-profit life insurance company and mutual society. Now it is working under remarkable leadership of Mr. James M. It is a public sector organization in Australia. It has also listed on Australian Stock Exchange. It has been operated in all over the globe. And my second topic is Macquarie Group. Macquarie Group is a financial group and they provide the assets management, finance and others. It's formed in 1969. Its headquarters are in Australia. Samara is a managing director and CEO of the Macquarie Group. It has a broad service network worldwide. It operates in 25 countries with more than 40,000 staff members. It also has a contribution to the Australian Stock Exchange. And my third topic is Bank of Queensland. Bank of Queensland is Australia's leading bank. It is located in Queensland, Australia. It has 252 branches in the country. Most of the company branches are run by local owner manager. Ms. Deborah is a chairman of the bank and it is also listed in Australian Stock Exchange. The bank has complied with easy policy with customers that have made it successful. George Francis is the CEO and managing director of the bank. The bank is formed in 1873. Thank you.
Hi friends, earlier one of my friend Brijal also explaining about the National Australian Bank and also just Bank of Queensland. Now I would like to talking about capital budgeting. This is one of the best part of the in a business finance. Now just what is the meaning of the capital budgeting? First of all, think that the planning procedure that is used in a determination of potential investment, maybe which is significant amount, is known as capital budgeting. Second topic is what is the process? The process tell an organization whether it should invest in cash in a project or not. If I would like to talk about more, that the basic goal of this capital budgeting is the cash in a project or not, rise in the market value around the world, and organization to the partner and the shareholders. There are different methods used for this capital budgeting process. For the example, payback period, profitability index, equivalent yearly cost, etc. In incredible and incremental flow of the cash from that. Each potential expenditure of the project is used in these methods. Hybrid and the simplified method are used, such as a payback period as well. Like I would like to talking about more. I would like to something like what is main things what is capital structure. Capital structure means the specific combination of equity and debt that is used by an organization or a company in order to finance all over the growth and operation of it. The equity comes in a term of stock, retained earning or preferred stock. The main thing is which are listed on the balance sheet as well. The capital structure of the organization can be mixed up the combination of a long or long term. If I would like to talk about more than about the financial capital budgeting and capital structure, then analysis of the company, an article published in Vintage explained the impact of COVID-19. Right now you can see in regarding COVID-19 in excitement on the capital, the structure of the Sonento that was disastrous. Investor expectation was that company structure of Sonento that was disastrous. Investor expansion better investigation of the capital structure of the Sonento and a further dilution should be kept in mind around 2020. Okay, now I would like to talking about working capital management. What is the working capital management? The business strategy that is designed make sure that the liabilities and the current asset on an organization are being used efficiently and effectively. It is known as the working capital management. To enable the organization to keep up the sufficient cash flow in order to meet its debit obligation and the operating cost is a basic goal of the working capital management. The working capital of an organization consists of its current asset, excluding the capital of an organization current liabilities. An article published in SME magazine explained that benefit claims have risen in exponential level as 1.3.5 million individuals have filed unemployment. The business of the United Kingdom has been badly affected due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, this almost I was talking about capital management, capital structure, capital budgeting. Now I would like to move on. I would like to talk about my friends also just explain furthermore about this presentation. Thank you very much.
Hi, I am Vikas Singh. As my friend Kushesh discussed about the capital budgeting structure and the capital management, I will discuss about advantage of listing company in Australian Stock Exchange. First of all, I will talk about its advantages. It helps to increase capital and growth of company. And another advantage, as it is listed in the Australian Stock Exchange, company can increase its share price as demand of its increase because such media using media and other expanding techniques, and its emerging image in front of the other companies. So it can this can advantages to listing if our company is registered with the Australian Stock Exchange. And secondly, I will discuss about its some disadvantages such as vulnerability to market condition. Sometimes share price can be easily affected, and which can lead to sometime mishappening, and any event can occur in the market. And second one is disclosure and reporting requirement, and sometime an additional cost is demanded in APO to maintaining listing. So sometime its cost fees and media exposure can harm the company image. So these are the disadvantage and some advantages in registering with the Australian Stock Exchange. Now I will discuss about some steps of listing in Australian Stock Exchange. We have we have mainly some long procedure to register with the company. It's involved 7 steps. It takes up to 19 weeks to register with the Australian Stock Exchange company. First of the step, in the first week we have to take an appointment of the advisors, and after that it takes from 8 weeks. It's up to 2 in the second week to 10 week. It's the preparatory work to complete the and after that the from in 10th to 12th week we have a commencement of institutional market. In week 11 to 12 launching and prospectus with the ASIC, and in week 11 to 16 processing the listing application through Australian Stock Exchange. Marketing and offering period happen in week 13 to 17, and in the last week closing the offer. In the last we have some risk analysis and project evaluation. The conclusion of the report can be drawn in any way. Companies around the world use financial management techniques to praise and to grow their company. In addition to these techniques, the listing requirement and requests have been discussed in detail, and Australian Stock Exchange to expand its business operation and access further capital. Thus, based on an effective listing system, Australian Stock Exchange ensure that only qualified firms or companies is listed. Then various measures released by company report and Australian Stock regarding the performance of the company and the stakeholders or shareholders. Hence, the shareholders can make their investment decision accordingly. In the last, we have the references. This is end of presentation. Thanks very much.